What is up, good people? Tiffany Tyus, the tax sale expert. I help individuals who desire to invest in real estate acquire properties through tax liens and tax deeds. Let's scale. Now, tonight, we are going to continue our series. Even though I've been missing for a minute, y'all, look, I've been under the weather. I got this really bad bug and I had to fight back. But I did very well, so I'm back here to continue to honor pioneers in real estate for the Black History Month, okay? So today we are going to be discussing Miss Ernesta Procope. Yes, she was born September the 2nd, 1923 in Brooklyn, New York. Her birth date is being contested because public records is showing she was actually born on February the 9th. But also, her last name is being contested as well because, you know, they recorded the name as Foster, but it should have been Forrester as her birth name, Miss Ernestine Forrester. But she's commonly known as Miss Ernestine Procope. Now, I've looked at birth records, like my parents' birth certificates, and they were spelling stuff wrong all day long, you feel me? So I do understand that particular situation, but they're saying September the 2nd, 1923. Now, Mrs. Procope's father, Clarence Forrester, was born in Barbados, and he worked various jobs, including being a postal worker, and he was also working in real estate, okay? Her mother, Miss Elvira Forrester, she was born in the West Indies, and she was a homemaker. Now, in her early years, Miss Procope studied piano and was a prodigy who, at the age of 13, she performed in a recital at Carnegie Hall. She graduated from the High School of Music and Art in Manhattan in 1941 and then attended Brooklyn College. But she left college and she married her first husband, Mr. Albin Bauman. Mr. Albin Bowen. She then studied at the Paz Institute of Insurance and Real Estate in order to support her husband's real estate ventures. So she went to study real estate because that's the business that her husband was in. And ain't nothing better than making money together, right? Okay. Now, there she gained her broker's license and also oversaw the growth of her husband's company. When Albin Bowen died in 1952, she founded E.G. Bowen, a private insurance company that came into place in 1953. That same year, she met Mr. John L. Procope, an advertising executive, and they married a year later. Now, Mrs. Procope spent most of her time from 1955 to 1970 buying and rehabilitating about 500 brownstones, the type of townhome common throughout New York City. We all know about brownstones. So she was buying and rehabilitating about 500 of those. For her work in 1972, Procope received the Woman of the Year Award at the White House, presented by the then First Lady, Patricia Nixon. Later, President Gerald Ford appointed her as the special ambassador to Gambia. Ms. Procope was also on the board of the Boys and Girls Club of America, the New York Urban League, and the Chubb Corporation, which was a major insurance firm, and she was a trustee of Cornell and Adelphi universities. She held honorary Doctor of Law degrees from Howard University, Marymount Manhattan College, and Adelphi University. Also received a Doctor of Humane Letters degree from Morgan State University. Don't play with her. In 1979, Ms. Procope, president and CEO of E.G. Bowen, from Brooklyn to 97 Wall Street, and thus she became the first African American to own a business in the center of New York's financial district. Meanwhile, the business continued to expand, and Ms. Procope was the broker of record for the New York City Housing Authority and the principal insurance broker for the construction of the United States section of the Alaska Pipeline. She also founded Bowen Specialty Services LLP, which focused primarily on engineering and safety services. Ms. Pearl received the Entrepreneur of the Year award from Ernst & Young in 1993, and a decade later, in 2003, she was inducted into the African American Hall of Fame. In 2006, she was inducted into the Minority Business Hall of Fame and Museum. By that point, she was also known as the First Lady of Wall Street. Ms. Pearl Cope officially retired in 2016, and she passed away on November 30th, 2021, at the age of 98. Guys, it doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter where you come from. It's all about getting the momentum and get going. It's about starting, killing those excuses with solutions, and that's exactly what Ms. Pearl Cope did. We would like to congratulate you, Ms. Pearl Cope, and honor you for the work that you've done in Black history. Thank you.